I am top Altamonte Springs Realtor Scott Garrison with ReMax Town Country, and we're at a vacant lot on Steele Avenue in Altamonte Springs, Florida, 32701. That's S-T-E-E-L-E. No street address here in Sanlando Springs. See that tree right in the, if you go down the road till it ends, see that tree right in the middle? That's the start of this lot. We've got no HOA. Everyone loves Sanlando Springs, and I'm going to walk away from the lot for a little while. Here on the hot, hot July day. That's my car that's not normally there. Because the purpose of this video is to give you what you can't see. If you look at the best pictures on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Homes.com, how do I know? Because I'm the one who took those pictures and posted all those there. That I'm getting calls from people who say, what's the neighborhood really like? No way to get to know what the neighborhood's really like unless you come here yourself, drive up and down the streets, sweat like I am, or you can watch this video. And better yet, after a little while, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go walk through the briars out to the lot, and I'm going to give you some views of it you're not going to see unless you're pretty adventurous. It's easy to get to once you start building, but for right now, it is raw land. And you're going to want me to show you things you can't see if you're just out driving up looking on your own. So we're on Franklin Street here in Altamonte. We are literally like 8 minutes away from the Altamonte Mall, Altamonte Springs Shopping, downtown Altamonte, Crane's Roost. People love this area. Why? Because of no HOA. Why? Because you're right next to I-4. And why? Because you're in the center, the heart of Orlando. And here's what you get. It's like being in the country. No traffic, no planes, no street lights, and as I said, no HOA. So think about what everybody wants. Everyone wants to have some privacy, be on a dead-end street, have the opportunity to have a new house on a dead-end street, have a nice new house in a wooded rural country feel where you know how the neighborhood's going to turn out, to be super close to malls and movie theaters and shopping and I-4. Get to Disney, which is way far on the other side of like Central Florida, in probably 30 or 40 minutes. You can get to the beach in 30 or 40 minutes. You're close to everything. So our lot is over there. This area is a little wetlands area, probably never be built on. It's definitely in a flood zone. All these properties are in flood zone. It just means you have to get flood insurance. The lot itself is high and dry. You can always fast forward through this part. It's the thing you just can't get if you're thinking about building a brand new home, is what's the neighborhood like. Especially Mrs. Buyer. That's what she's going to want to know. So obviously some of these houses have been here for quite a while. It's very unlikely that you're going to have tenants in this neighborhood just because of the way it is. So most everybody is owner occupied. And you can build a house. People say, what can we do? Well, this is 1, 2, 3 houses away from you. You can build this house. Or something even nicer. Address, if you're looking it up, 790 Franklin Street. Got someone who's building the zombie wall of protection in case the apocalypse comes. You hear the birds? That's a crested kingbird. The weep, weep. Got birds, nature. The only thing that some people say when they see these houses is, well, that's okay, but it's a little older, you know. We kind of just want a new house. We want something modern, but we love this neighborhood. Well, here's a vacant lot, super affordable. Build your own modern house right here for the perfect outcome. It's the middle of the afternoon, about 1 o'clock or so. And even the dogs, that's a sign of what you want. You want people who have their dogs out here. It's part of living in that rural feel. $795, Franklin there. Now we're going to hang a right on Steele's. Only 3 houses on Steele. Yours will be the 4th. So that was a dead-end street we were on. 1 second. So now we're looking down Steele Street, Steele Avenue, Franklin Street. Got to get my avenues and streets. All right, so that's house number 1 on the way. Nice one. We're probably not going to build there because you've got the electric lines going through there and it's pretty wet. So we definitely have the rural end of the street feel. So much so that we got pond willows growing into the street. So now we have house number 2 coming in. And we'll see this closer when we go way to the other side. You can see that is a little drainage ditch, part of the draining. So there's 2 nice trees right there. We want to focus on that tree right there. That's the center tree, and all the pictures I'm going to put a yellow line up down through that tree because that's the center. We stand here, we extend the road right through that tree. So that tree will almost literally be the entrance to your driveway. It helps give you perspective when we're on the other side as well. So now we've got house number 3 in. So we look back, 1, 2, 3. And we would continue the road right up here. Shoop. These people aren't going to be probably too thrilled about that. So maybe I ought to ask them if they want to buy the lot. So we've got that tree right there. Remember, that's our main tree. Going in, driveway, turn in there. It's actually a double lot, you'll see when you look. Of course, it doesn't look like much now. That's why they call it raw land. So this is the part where I see if I can avoid the stickers and anything else that might come get me. Give you a feel for why you'd want to watch this video rather than come out here yourself. It's not that hard, but there are a few thorn bushes for sure. So one of the things to point out is that the place is definitely high and dry. There's no sign of standing water here. Doesn't mean it's not in a flood zone. But there's no cypress trees. There's no sign that this has been happening for a while. This is why you should be glad that I'm taking this video for you. Just got that just now. Alright, let's see if I can avoid stitches. clears out here after we get past this part. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So obviously, a couple hours of the bulldozer is going to take care of all that. Right on the edge of the lot, we have this little lean-to, which is obviously been put up by the current owners of the property for some reason that I am not able to explain. Can get in from the far side, maybe. Could park here. Looks like somebody did at one point. I'd say that's not going to be here after you build the house. So where's the house going to be? Well, I think you're probably going to put your driveway in right about there. Remember, there's that tree, so right about there. Put the driveway in. I want to see if we can get some perspective through the trees, because chances are your house will go. See that wall right there? It goes right through here. And goes back quite a ways, of course. Chances are good you'll cite yours just like theirs. I think this is north on the other side here, just from memory. So now we come here, it's a lot more open. This is still the corner of your double lot, of course. I'm not sure if that means anything. Could be property line. Looks like there's a stake there. Also could be a tripwire for a claymore, if this was Nom. So I would say your property line probably ends right there, farther back though. Plenty of room. 100 feet long. No, not 400. 150 feet deep. 0.32 acres. Plenty of room for a house. Keep looking at that house in the distance there, and you can see the house behind it. They're all lining up, so you know right where your house is going to come, right in here, and go back quite a ways. So we got a little line here. Maybe that is some kind of property marker. Pretty darn close, because obviously the lot next door, nobody's going to be encroaching on you from that side. So now we're on the other side. We've got a drainage ditch here, water flowing that way. You can see if we go straight out, somewhere right around there is where someone at one point felt the property line would be. So your road would probably go right in here. And your road should come up to here. Remember, that's that one tree that we want to keep our eye on right there. Obviously, you're not going to build the road all the way through. You're probably going to build the road right to the private property sign, or a little bit short of that. This would be your edge, and then this looks like this is going to be buffer, and no one would be building here for the foreseeable future. So you're always going to have that woodsy feeling. Been doing this 30 years here in the area. It doesn't mean I'm psychic, so no, I don't know what we're doing here. Looks like that's the corner of the property. So there may be one more lot in there that you would get to from this side. So we got the corner. Somebody was going to do something. Some kind of, I don't know. You can see the house and the lot there. And that's that same property line that we just looked at. It goes to right there. Looks like somebody cleared this, built a little pad. To be determined. But chances are really good, even if this house eventually gets built one day, you may still have that buffer right back there. So you can see the corner of the house maybe through there. And Well, I'm not a surveyor. Remember, we're just figuring this out. Chances are really good that that's the back property line right back there. That looks like about 150 feet. I'm still bleeding. This gives you a good feel for the property. You're definitely not going to build a road straight through. You're going to build a road one side to keep yourself on a dead end. The house you could be amazing. Leave it wooded, clear it all out, make it all grass. You're going to have the newest house here in Sanlando Springs on a huge lot. Nobody in front of you there. Obviously no one's building there. Have the kind of retreat that people pay big bucks for. If you're even thinking about buying vacant land out here in Altamonte Springs, not too much of it, or a house here in Central Florida, I want you to call me, top Altamonte Springs Realtor Scott Garrison with ReMax Town Country, 407-339-3200. Let me help you with this or find you another one. Thanks.